Deputize.
Yeah,
you were deputized?
I'll deputize. Well, I'll.
Needing it. Okay, that's good. Namo Guru Be Namo Bedaya Namo Dharamaya Namo Sangaya Namo Guru Be Namo Bedaya Namo Dharamaya Namo Sangaya Namo Guru Be Namo Bedaya Namo Dharamaya Namo Sangaya Maya Samaya Gemi Kaya Raya Bhaya Raya Kaya Maya Namaya Kaya Maya Maya Soya Soya Raya Kaya Kaya Shaya Gaya Wa Kaya Samaya Jaya Yamaya Laya Shaya Chelo Teya Nata Gayate Gayate Paraya Gayate Paraya Saya Gayate Bodhi Soha Teya Gayate Gayate Paraya Gayate Paraya Sangate Bodhi Soha Teya Gayate Gayate Parayagayate Parayasayagayate Bodhisoha. Veridon da jeje kyuwa da mendene ve jena chowa Tabada Jembe Sansu Shene Trakete Chaten Dele Yo Saye Beje Shui Meto Drama Dele Ye De Jembo De Sanje Kendo Mede Moye Dokwe Namda Kinla Shebar Kyo Edam Nanguru Mandala Kane Ataya Me Sanganje Chedan Choje Jonamal Sanjo Bardo Dane Shosonge Dage Jenge Jebe Sonam Lola Pushe Sanje Lobar Ko Sanganje Chedan Choje Jonamal Sanjo Bardo Dane Shosonge Dage Jenge Jebe Sonam Lola Pushe Sanje Lobar Ko Sanganje Chedan Choje Jonamal Sanjo Bardo Dane Shosonge Dage Jenge Jebe Sonam Lola Pushe Sanje Lobar Go. Steve, you come over here.
Where's he?
Stephen's here.
Where is he? Here you go. I shall now hand you over to Stephen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what ladies behind
Well, now I think we are together tonight for the Dharma session. Actually, everything. So for this, we try to make good motivation. The motivation is we are why we study and also group together. I do explanation. You listen to the teachings. Why? Only for ourselves become a pure being for the others. For the others, that means all others are very count. Enemies, strangers, friends, everyone's very, very kind to us, even though there's a lot of times. But any other, nevertheless, a lot of times, all other sentient beings, great kind for us, everyone. So that's why we need to repay for the all other mother sentient beings. You can say that. So repay is now what we do, giving positions, money, food, clothing, shelter, whatever we do, only temporary. Only temporary. Time of the death comes, they cannot use anything. Even, dying, people when dying, in the refrigerator or in the home, there is food, cannot take it, even cannot eat it before dying. Same ways also, material things, whatever they have, they cannot do anything when time of death comes. Only we can take with us if we can do good positive action. That's what we can take it. That's what comes with us. Because why? Because many times I've told you, when we make positive action, we are making or made a seed of that. That seed is staying with the consciousness. When consciousness moves, comes with them. I gave an example. When you go, your body goes. Shadow of the body comes with body. Just like that. Just like that. If we do positive action by bodies, speech, minds, we do, those comes with us. So help to us. When we need it, then help only. That's why Lam Rim Teachings says, the great friend is Dharma. great friend is Dharma. There are no any other ways, great friend. We think about, we can't think about he or she, my great friend. But yes, but maybe if good person, whole lifetime can be being friends. If good person will not be changed. Otherwise, no something. Even time of death comes. Great friends cannot do anything. Completely upside down. They cannot see you, you cannot see them, you cannot hear from them, they cannot hear from you. So think about this, really it is. That's why only believe Dharma. We need to think about it. Only says, oh, Dharma is great. So that's not much the picture of in our mind. Think about reason. Go through reasons. That's why in Buddhism teachings are without reason, we don't say anything. Cannot. So that's why I think all those really it is. If we think about those, then which we are doing spiritual action, Dharma action is how it is valuable. And we can see that. Really it is. Otherwise, so sometimes, when you get tired, leave behind the practice. Even you have commitment, but if you get tired, or then you think, oh, okay, today's okay, maybe tomorrow do more. That's because you don't have the intelligence. Means no intelligence. Diligence. Yes, because the laziness take away. So if we think by this, then laziness comes. We can challenge this one. What is valuable when I die? Think about this. I told already. Now you can think about more. You use your intelligence through which I giving the little more examples. That's ways everything, from your positions, everything. This is good for me forever, which is forever good for me. There nothing find out from physically. No. Maybe you think it's a medicine, the doctor. Even those cannot hold forever. When finish the result of karma's life, which is matter, doctors cannot hold nothing. Medicine cannot hold you. So that's why I think really it is. If we think, then during the study, a little bit difficult comes, we came a challenge. Yes, this I need it. Only way for me, good for me. See, that's the thing about it. So now that's it. The other thing it means, very important, really it is. Much we can cherishing for the others. That is the best action. So, because of that, we don't care others. Really it is. We care maybe relative for this lifetimes. Daughter, son, husband and wife, or parents during this lifetime. If you're a good person, care. If you're not a good person, don't care either. So, must we think about others to take, if we can, take care or charity for the others. That's very great action for us. Why? Because with the long time before, with the Shakyamuni and the ourself, same place. Buddha wasn't high. That's the not being Buddha that time either. Previous life, long time, just numberless lifetime before. So, numberless years before, I think. We are there. We are came. This way, that's what you think about. I told before, maybe forgot. In the samsara, there are no new person, never. Always we was. Can be new person in America, China, the rise of China, rise of America, rise of any others. Can be another lifetime. But in samsara, there are no new person. Everyone can be decreasing from samsara, yes. Because of the person when you become free from samsara, that person is out of samsara. They're decreasing. But they know any other new. Therefore, that's the why, because with the numberless years before we are same place. But with the deed, care for the others, charity for the others, compassion for the others, loving kindness for the others, everything. That's why each lifetime raise up. We didn't do that. We didn't do that. That's why still we are here. Still here. So continually. Get tired, I think. American people, they say, oh, all the time is one food, continually eat. Get tired of that. That's not big deal. But we are reborn, dry, reborn, dry, reborn. So many hardship we had already. That's get the tired. I'm tired of that. I must out of this rebirth of samsara. Should be. I think. No food. That is okay. So, I think, sometimes a friend is, their friend is. You have more idea than I do. A friend is staying like each other. I need to get more space. We need to get space from samsara, yes, rather than person. Really it is. Person is friend, Don't need to be. But we tremendous hardship with samsara, with negative minds, with negative minds, with the enemy of the inside of us. Get tired. Always day or night with me, my negative minds, and my negative enemies, ignorance, desire, anger, hatred. Those are our really enemy, bad enemy. Outside the enemy person, there's no big deal. But inside, enemy of you, your desire, your mind, means your desire, your attachment, anger, ignorance, jealous, wrong opinion, all those enemy of you. But they are day or night all the time with us. Get tired of this. Always hanging with me. So think about this, really. Day or night, all the time with you, really. All the time. With you, not good ways. All the time damage you. You really, it is your anger, hatred, doubt, desire, all those ignorance, those those damage for themselves. But we don't recognize of that. That's why we need to learn from here. What is my bad enemy? Where is that? With me. Should we think about how it is? Because if you have suffering happiness, by sickness, by burning, by freeze, by something else. All those came from the negative action. Negative action made by your bad minds made negative action. That's why we need to think about it. Really. You need to think about it. I need to think about it. Try to make those thoughts of our negative mind. We should not be welcome with us. I think almost like some sort of beings are almost like welcome. Sometimes people say, I need anger a little bit, because the challenge with others. Wrong. Any kind of negative mind, each 1 second we don't need it. 1 second, no. Really it is. So all those we need to try to think. But that's why I think Buddha did charity for the others. That's why being Buddha now, we are self-charity. We did charity myself. I want this rather than others. So that's why I think we are always suffering place. Always. Rebirth, drying, just tremendous suffering, The way we have some sort of rebirth, tremendous. Mother has pain. Children also know, you don't remember yourself came out from the mama. You don't remember. Tremendous, suffering. From the mother's womb came out, just like a wind comes first, just like a sharp or weapons or something, touch like that. Hasn't. So all the time there, drying, reborn. Not only human beings, or not, maybe something good, or God's done, but not. Good place, reborn, very seldom. Bad place, hell rounds, hungry ghosts, animals, laugh. So many times. Because why? Because we made the cause of that most of the times. We couldn't make the cause of a good rebirth. Couldn't do much. That's why good rebirth is very, very seldom. Good rebirth is the human being's life, Asura's life, goddess and goddess around us. Well, those are. So we need to think about really. Dharma practice or studies not in the air. We think calm, always to try to make a Dharma religions combination of our mind. That's what we really need to think about. Otherwise, like dress earn, Dharma dress earn, sometimes go take off, sometimes put on. Not so good. Try to make always with consciousness. So that's why I think holy beings always advise to us. Try to check your body's action, speech's action, mind's action, right or wrong. If right, good. Right means, like a positive ways. Positive action made by body, speech, mind is good because the result of that good. Bad minds, use our body, speech, minds to make negative action, killing others, stealing from others, assaulting by sexually others, telling lie, wrong, those those are harms others, damage others. That's why result of that comes unwholesome result, difficult, suffering, unhappiness comes to us. That's why I think we need to really check very carefully, okay? That's I think always we need to think about. Now last week we are 4 different uses outlines. I think that is what you call division. Division. 4 divisions. Do you remember? Okay. 4 divisions. Number 1, divisions mean those 4 actually quality of the Sankya Lam Rim, quality of the teaching of the Lam Rim. Quality. Good quality of the teaching of the Lam Rim. So number 1, I think Om Buddha's number 1 for division 1. Om Buddha's teachings. If you study Lam Rim, understand of Lam Rim properly, then you will understand. You will be understanding of the Om Buddha's teachings without contradiction. See? And all Buddha's teachings are, any kind of teachings are benefit, means to directly or indirectly cause of to be great enlightenment. So that's what I say. But in Dharma means there are no contradiction. The contradiction means sometimes Buddha's teaching different ways. I will tell you one example. So Buddha has actually his brother Devadikta. Always he's challenged with Buddha. See, his name is lazy. Devadikta means a Sanskrit word, I think. So he became a monk, but always with Buddha. But this he never sees great quality of Buddha. He thinks so much ego he is. I'm his brother. My knowledge and his knowledge is equal. Maybe he thinks I'm better than Buddha, because even he sees power of Buddha, but this don't believe. So then the Buddha has a great benefit. That was Zukin means essence of the life. For the name like that. Zukin Tibetans were Zukin. I don't know Sanskrit. Zukin. Then he has one son. King has one son. Mashedra. Mashedra means enemy not born. You know, you're born to be enemy not no born. Okay, that's his name, King's son. Then his father always most of the time imbibe. His policy is this king's policy is the near virtuous pig. Yes, virtuous pig. That's all. So Buddha was in the virtuous pig there. Then always he asked to come to during days food, begging. Then because Devadikta, Buddha's cousin, he's actually an older brother. Then he says, I'm not become a great leader of the country, a religious leader of the country, leader of people, because Buddha is alive, still Buddha is alive. So therefore I'm not to become a leader of the religion. You not leader of the subjects because your father is still alive. He just giving the wrong information. So if you kill your father, you will become a king. If I kill Buddha, then I will become a great religious leader. Number one. Then king's son, many times he sing like that. Then how can he kill? He asked her. You cannot kill Buddha. You cannot kill Buddha. The king's son said to the Devadikta, you cannot kill her. Oh, he said, I can. We can. You can. How do it? Then by the door, outside door, you will make a huge hole, deep, very deep hole. And there, inside of the bottom of the fire. And the top of the hole, that beautiful materials decoration. Always, suppose Buddha comes for the lunch. Buddha comes first. Therefore, Buddha will be in the doorway in that hall. That's why he told. And then you killed your father. Then if it not drop down in there, sometimes has Buddha has something like a miracle or something. Then what do we do? Oh, okay, put a poison in the food. You understand? Put poisons in food. Then they eat it. Then it will be okay. Then king's son believe that one. All those make declaration, and then he sent it his father was no. His father is dead. Aharta already, free from samsara already. His father, not in the palace. So he sending the person killer to send to the father. Father says, "Oh, sorry, you give message for you can kill me. No difficult is you can kill me, but you tell to my son, you made too big downfall, negative, great, this worse downfall, negative. Two. How? One, tell, I am your father, kill the father. One's ways, I am the ahat. So you kill the ahat. So you have a very great downfall to negative. Just worse. There's no more than that's not there. So those two people went to care. Then Buddha, when sometimes disciples sometimes go before Buddha, but Buddha said that day, before me, no one going to the king's palace for the lunch. Then that day, those everyone followed the Buddha. Buddha was arriving by the hall. All those open and become a big hall. I think this fire become like a water. In the water, lots of flowers, just like steps, Buddha go through this way. All others came to inside palace. Then king's sons right away change mind. When Buddha sat down, everyone sat down. The support Buddha sat down. Sorry, I don't have to get food. because food is contaminated by poisons. So Buddha said, okay, son, bring. Then Buddha blessing them. So this chanting we do today, it means we do it in the monastery and even because they met the so we have a four lines. That's safe. And then everybody has it. Nothing happened. Then King's son, never dictates nothing changed. Even his still is same. But King's son, tremendous regard, tremendous. What I do? Now, my father's king. Then, telling the truth with the I did. They were dictate. My negative friend, he told all those things. What I do now, my father's killed already. Tremendous, just almost. Buddha says, if they says, Buddha says, oh, very bad. So you made huge negative action. Result of that, unbelievable. If Buddha said that, he will be dying right away, heart, broken heart. He don't have a chance to purify negatively for the killing the father and the heart. He didn't get the time for that because Buddha says, yeah, you very bad things you did. You said that, he don't have time for the purify negatively because right way is done. So Buddha says, okay, that's okay. With the part of one session is father and mother to be killed. And also the subject of all those whatever, if you kill, that this person will be clear or clean. Told. That is in the teaching. So that's meaning is not that they think but he got think but they count down. Oh, father and mother to be killed. Why? Then he think real father's mother is not. The father in the delusion is the father. Karma is the mother. If you could to kill the delusions and the karma, then you will be free. That's a meaning of that. But if directly, if something says too bad, should not be killed, the father something say, he don't have the chance to purify negative. So that's why I think that's kind of teaching we have indirectly shows meaning. So anyways, now if you study Lam Rim through these ways, that's kind of everything, even those whatever teachings or realizations, there are no contradiction. Become further to be great enlightenment. So you understand? Example, you understand? See, that's it. So that's kind of the first. If you do study great Lam Rim, then you will understood all the Buddha's teachings and realizations are no contradiction. There are no contradiction. Even Mahayana and Hinayanas, maybe you think contradictory. Temporarily, yes, look like it, but depends. But all the ways, even those in a path is for them to go to the great enlightenment place and become free from samsara. So that's kind of, Hinayana and Mahayanas, there are no contradiction. Tantra in the Sutta there are no contradiction. So if we do study Lam Rim, understanding of those, That's kind of great quality of that. See, number one. The second, what is that? All Buddha's teachings and realizations they are no contradiction. Everything is one person become a great enlightenment place. That's quality of that. First. Then second one, whatever Buddha teachings are, they are no contradiction. Realization, people say, teachings. So normally, whatever Buddha's teachings are, everything is introduction. No introduction. What is it?
Instruction.
Instruction, okay, that's good. Instruction, yes. Everything. So, second is quality of that Lam Rim has. If you do study like this, everything, even one word of the teachings, that is also instruction for the becoming great enlightenment. So that's it. And then, third one, what is that? Surah Madama. If you do study Lam Rim well, whatever thoughts of means or realizations or thoughts of them, what is ever has with us. That's what we understanding through the study with Lam. These are, we understood of the what is Buddha's thought, real. What is the goal? I think we said that. What is the goal? Goal, is it? Goal. Important meaning. Then we understand it. See? Okay, there we go. Fourth, if you study through the Lam Rim, then whatever you did false, very great one, like killing father, mother, or more than and also Kyopongale means if you say this Dhamma is good, this is not good, that's only should not say that. Very, very great negative action. We cannot say, even we cannot study also. I don't want this book. You don't say that. I don't want to need it. Even spiritual, like teaching of Buddha's, of course, and commentary of Buddha's teaching. We cannot refuse. I don't want this one. If you say that, very bad. Very, very bad means very bad negative action. So, if we cannot do it, keep quiet is better. See, it is, really it is. So, a judgment, this is good, this is not good, cannot say. If real, like wrong, he says commentary or something, Buddha's teaching or something named, say that, but if contradiction of the Buddha's teaching, then we can say this not right. We can say. If we know the real, clear, is contradiction of the Buddha's teachings, we can say judgment. I guess yes. If you like me, students something they like unqualified something, books or study, something like this. I'm teacher, I need to say maybe study like something else. And that's so good, okay, but maybe it's better something to do this. You see, that's the way. You see? That means Nyeshe Chambos means what say there? What would you like to read? Yes.
Number 4
Yeah.
is the sequence or the order in which the disciples are to be taught the actual instructions or the teachings.
Nyeshe Chambo Rangas do Chavas. They may not. Nyeshe Chambos. Nyeshe means great force. Did you say that? No, maybe you're not reading this one. Huh?
Oh, we're further on.
Nyeshe Chambo Rangas do Chavas. Last week I talked about this already. Do you remember the Mare? No, Mare. Topics, I think that's it. Yeah, breakdown, yes. So anyways, if we like destroy the teaching of the, Dharma, and that's kind of very great. I will tell you one story. The great practitioner of the Mahakala, he said in Tibet, anyways, Wangten Shek Gangpa means he's a Tibetan and a great Mahasiddha of the practitioner of the Mahakala. Mahakala is the not only just the protector, as the head said, like a great, like can be yidams or deity, yes. So one day he and another 4 went to the one permanent place. They family did one book, Panchaparamita book, sold. And that's money gave to the monks, to make dinner or something, lunch, gave. Then when came back to this monastery place, the one thing said Gangpa means he's the Mahasiddha actually, you see. He's from the inside, like a white R. Go down, up, like this. Very much, you see, go down up and suffer. That's it. Then one Lama says, what the tree? Nothing happened. Best one, he's from the, you understand, book, say the book and eat them. They serve to the monks. So that's he's inside of the white gone up. Letter R, okay, yeah. That's called suffer. Then, because of he got the result of that, because he is the great practitioner, so result comes during the lifetime. Other one, nothing happened, because they need to pay for that in the hell realms. So that's kind of really is we cannot. That's why I think we very careful to disrespectfully for the Buddha's teachings, means Buddhist book, doctrines, and the commentary of the Buddhist doctrines also. So we should be selling, and that's why I think very difficult to sell, make it this much difficult to say that. Then I think His Holiness also say, like statues and everything. That's big negative thing. But then sometimes people think if they don't sell, then people need to get it. That's one thing true. But I think whatever we need to do, whatever we bought, just that kind of process. We have Anila asked me, we have some book students they need it. So Anila did it. This much we did, you pay. We bought it for students. Then we are not making money extra, no. Just like that. Which we bought it, just like that, they can get it from here. But to make it, to get it, and then maybe almost like double to say that's not so good, So, anyways, we have it, but just whatever. So, anyways, that's for the.
You were asking for the fourth greatness.
Yeah. What's that?
Is in the greatness of the Dharma. The greatness of allowing you to save yourself from the worst misdeeds.
Oh, yeah. Another four. Would you like to read it? I explained it already.
The ones you just explained?
Yeah.
Okay, that would be the four greatnesses are as follows. The greatness of allowing you to realize that all the teachings are consistent. 2, the greatness of allowing all the scriptures to present themselves to you as instructions. 3, the greatness of allowing you to easily discover the true thinking of the victorious ones. And 4, the greatness of allowing you to save yourself from the worst misdeeds.
What is page?
That is page 81 in the greatness of the Dharma.
We were on day 2, just before talking about the greatness of the author.
Oh, yeah.
With Atisha. So Stephen has jumped to day 3 to talk about the greatness of the Dharma.
This is good, because we are did this one anyways.
Atisha
Yeah.
already did.
Now, no. I think
This is what he was explaining.
It is coming.
That's what you were explaining.
Yeah, I did explanation of that.
Thank you.
That's for root. Root, what do you call? Not topic. I said not topics. Division. Yes.
The four major.
Yeah,
divisions.
4 major divisions. Yeah, 4 major divisions. Now we are next one. I think a teacher's life. Okay.
The greatness of the authors.
Yeah. That's I told this Paul because really it's quality of the Lam Rim. So this is this way really it is. So Lam Rim means some. Now, a teacher's that's the root division is what say.
The greatness of the authors given in order to show the teaching has a pure source.
Yeah. The history of the author telling why, because of what is the source of the Dharma to pure, how came. For understanding for that's why we talk about the history of the author. Great Chewa. I say those things. great quality. Yeah, great quality of the quality of the author talk about. Why? Because which Dharma came from source of that. So that's why clear. Okay, then now even that, no, Kasanki Bataras. Here says others, I told, you have also those 4 divisions, it's close to there.
Just before.
Yeah, just before, it's there, just
Page 44, the second paragraph.
few lines.
Read all 4 of them.
Oh, read the 4?
Yeah. No, don't read it.
We're at the first
read
heading.
Read
yeah.
it, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes. That's true. That's Dharma came from the Jagar Kepe Luyi. Dharma suggestions. Which way I have Dharma is the teaching by Buddha. Said that?
Yeah, it takes them about 3 paragraphs, and they say that.
The first of all, teaching by Buddha. Secondly, Pendita Tenla means Pendita means Mahasiddhas, great teachers, to make establish after the Buddha. Like Nagarjuna, we said,
yes.
Nagarjuna I sang, to make establish. I said that's what it is. And then third one, to be one should namchi gomnis. To be one should means great Mahasiddhas did meditation of that. And they got the great realizations to have the realization of that with their mind. See? Is it still there?
Yes.
Okay. That's deed. That's kind of we need to great means Dharma. Not like church means which we are going to study or practicing Dharma or those kind of 3 qualities. That's what needed. You understand? Virtues. Rangwa natures, Dharma is like that, and also safe from side of each of us or students. Say that?
Yes, from our own side.
Oh, from our side. Okay? The chance? Great faith, the pattern. Xie Zhenji, the pattern. Xie Zhenji, Mayung Kar, Chujan. And then, if Dharma is not great, and then also faith, and also understanding, and also then diligence should be difficult to do. And then even Dharma is like look like Dharma. If you do practicing or practice, study or practicing, look like Dharma. Dana, Juna. There are nothing result. Will not be. Would you like to read this?
From our own side, we need more than faith, wisdom, and perseverance. If we practice a Dharma that only appears reasonable, we will get no results at all.
Oh yeah. So that's insane. So this is the opposite ways, like teaching of the Buddha, and also Pentitus, then established by Mahasi Pentitus, great scholars like Nagarjuna and Asang, and Tripivanshunashi. Those are Mahasiddhas did practicing and become they got realization of those. So those kind of Dharma, then we will get the great result. Otherwise, will not be to get the great result. There are no result. So that is it.
Yes.
The wisdom, another one. Wisdom, the diligence. Oh, someone has great wisdom and diligence, but the wrong dharma look like dharma, and it's not actual dharma. If you don't do practice, then chooses son tongchetas. The time is west time. That's all can see. See that is it? Would you like
Yes.
to?
We have seen for ourselves many people with both wisdom and perseverance wasting their time like this.
Oh yeah. Why? Why? Because of the no real dharma. It's a real, very practice of dharma. If you do like this, even you have a good wisdom and also faith and everything else, but don't get the result because of dharma is right, not right dharma, the good dharma. You understand? I see, get it. Then, other ways, say that, yen to them is, I think, yen to them is other ways, I think.
Further.
Further, okay. Further in the other ways, what is the difference?
Similar.
Yen, okay.
It means more on the thought.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
More on the same thought.
Sabza se very look like a very deep. It's good to find like dharma. Sabza my ways to say this is great, the great teaching, this is great dharma. Says, and also you get the like a miracle, something temporarily. The miracles, those kind of someone comes. Then what say? Yendo sazatar mhavi tana so ketara yiyas. So otherwise, there's no real quality of the dharma, and also look like dharma, and says also this is great, says, but if you follow that, will not get the result. See? Would you like to read that?
Yes, it says, further, no matter how profound a teaching derived from visions and so forth is said to be, the three fundamentals of the path, as I have already told you, carries the greater weight of experience, more than sadhanas or teachings on how to achieve miraculous powers, since these would not surpass even an introduction to the three refuges.
Oh yeah, so that's it. So many people like, mistake. That's kind of, they think this is great, this is the way, only this is the way. There is maybe something you can see, you can get good dreams, wonderful dreams, something like this. There's miracles come, something like this kind of. If without the qualities, dharma says like that, but if you follow that, then play determination here is like 10 times ways, What is it then?
Sadhanas, methods for accomplishment.
Sadhanas, yes, sadhanas. Third even those says, but they don't have the. That's what to be third means like temporarily something to do by those actions. Like what do you stop the rain, or bring the rain, something like this.
Yeah, the powers.
Okay, that's it. So that's kind of, but touches. They don't have the how to make experience of the great three principles, you know. Lam Chot Nam Sum is three principles. Great renunciation, bodhicitta, then understanding of shunyata. Those are Lam Chot Nam Sums. Lam Chot Nam Sum, there's named three principal paths you have in English. We say Lam Chot Nam Sum. This is a great name from Manjushri to Lama Tsongkhapa. Before there is, yes, great renunciation, there is also bodhicitta, there is understanding of shunyatas, but don't say those three together named. But Lama Tsongkhapa, Manjushri gave me those names to Lama Tsongkhapa. And see, that's Lam Chot Nam Sum means three principal paths. Then, in that case, with those kind of, they don't have it. Then, Shelsum Jingwenzi, Sheba Wiki Jamajus. To make this definition, great spiritually definition of the three refuges. They don't have it. Say that, is it? What's that?
It says the fundamentals of the path carries the greater weight of experience more than the siddhanas or teachings on how to do miraculous powers, and these would not surpass even the introduction to the three refuges.
You just three principal paths from them. Would you like to read again?
No matter how profound a teaching derived from visions and so forth is said to be, the three fundamentals of the path, as I have already told you, carries the greater weight of experience, more than siddhanas or teachings on how to achieve miraculous powers, since these would not surpass even an introduction to the three refuges.
Okay. The look touches, I say, it means three principles, how to make an experience of that, they don't have it. They try to make a definition of the especially great three package jewels. They will not, or Manjumas they will not have something like this.
Yeah.
Then what's that?
Next.
Yeah.
To trace a river back to its source,
Oh yeah, okay.
you need to go right back to the snow line.
Okay, that's, you think river's source of the river is the snow mountain? Snow line, did you say, I think?
Yes.
Snow line?
Line. Where the snow,
it's a line,
where
okay.
it starts up on the mountain.
Okay. Then without the snow, then you could get the source of the river? Or the spring was?
You need to go to the snow line.
There's no snow in some place, you know, but still they get the under from the ground. Water get from the ground.
Yes, but that water came from the snow.
There's no snow.
Oh, the rain could come from the rain.
The rain and the snow is different.
One's cold.
We have rain here, but we don't have snow here.
Not much.
Los Angeles, we have, sometimes we get the rains, but we don't get snow. I'm not saying. Okay, I think that's good. You know, all those thoughts of the inner Dharma, really, person who are real to want to get the real Dharma. So these which be careful, you know. Temporarily something says this is fun, this is very nice, this is good, this one get good merit, you know, it means merit cause, something like this. Don't listen. Person who we need to have the three principles to have the And also we need to have the greater, inspection, greater three precious jewels, understanding of that or taking refuge of those. So, therefore, I think the animals, therefore, there is in here, chungo kanla tugu patars, waters from the chungo kanla tugu. Water, source of water is like snow, is it? Snow.
The river, source of the river.
Source of the river.
Yeah.
Chungo, no. Chungo kanla tugu, no. Source of the beginning of the river.
The beginning
came
of
from snow.
snow line. Or the water under the ground.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, beginning of the river, the snow, you see, must be from snow. Likewise, church in Goyans, the head of the beginning of the Dharma, also Dhamma Sanjila Tubashi Gopis. Beginning of the Dharma is also to be Buddha, or source of Dharma is the Buddha, because which dharmas need to be came from Buddha. So from Buddha, if you don't come like teaching not related with Buddha, or then we are not to be accepted, because if in Buddhism must be teachings are source of the from Buddha, you understand? Good place. There are long using Jebra Chechen, Damba Sanjanis. In this case, if you have time, and to understand, to make a large explanation, if you can, if you do know, Chechen, Damba Sanjanis from the Buddha, sent from Buddha, then always lineage of GP Lama queens, all lineage of the lamas and gurus. Lam Dinyi Latene, company with switches, those lineage of the Champion Lam Rim, those are become from the ordinary place, go to the high level practitioners, or go to the like a great enlightenment, or Bodhisattva place, whatever. That's Lama Kuinchis. Lam Dinyi Latenis, the path of the which Buddha showed. See? Path of the which Buddha showed. Then company they get the realizations. They got the realizations, and Suji. Number two, how they get realizations with the teaching of Buddha, general and individually teaching of the Lam Rim experience, Lam Rim practice. Yes, they need to say all those history of the lineage of the gurus of the Lam Rim. So that's one thing. Take great chance. Hajang Mangwe, Huma Commissions. This time, Sajipamukama, he says, all those so much to need to tell, there no time, enough time for this time. My commissions. But this is now, in short way, I will tell you in short. So now I think that, would you like to read that?
Yes.
From which we read these things.
To trace a river back to its source, you need to go right back to the snow line. So too, you trace a Dharma back to the Buddha, our teacher. If I had but the time and knew enough to discuss this in detail, I would have to take the Buddha as my starting point and give the biographies of all the lineage gurus, telling how they made use of this path to attain their high state. But I do not have enough time for such a lengthy discussion. I shall only tell you a little of this.
Oh, yeah. So, you remember, Yerum, which is from Buddha. This lineage came from Buddha. From Buddha entered our Guru. Always need to be the history of the, history of the lineage gurus. So much need to tell. So much. But in this time they don't time. So you can't cover it. If I tell you short ways, you know.
Yes.
Short ways. Yeah. Number from Buddha to the Atisha. From Buddha to the Atisha, there are two different systems came. Did you say that?
It does prior. Somewhere we spoke of that. Just
no, next to that.
It's not in this one.
In
the next. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yes, two lineages, Buddha down to Atisha.
Oh, yeah. The number names from Buddha to the Atisha, all those which the gurus, lineage of the gurus. There are two different ways. From the, like I told already, you know, from Buddha to Matthias and to one lineage. What is it? Compassion lineage. And from Buddha to Manjushri, from Nagarjuna, that's what I talk about. Two lineages. To the Atisha, there's two lineages come. Then, Parje, GP Kaba Mandawa means Shonlutans. How came out those? Yoni GP, Yo Tindis Jutsu, Nam Durditi Sums. You see? From the Atisha, I told the Giran Junction, you know, junction of the Buddha's teachings together. So Atisha is. Say that?
Yes, it says, and how Atisha combined the two into one stream.
That's really is, yes. That's why we are today one stream.
One stream.
Two lights like this, they become a one.
Yeah.
That's not to come here. No here. From here to come down here, I think. Okay. That's it. George GB Joe. You need to show now. Don't do the songs there. So you can't cover just in short ways. All those trump. Theaters. George GB. George English duties from the Atishas. All those two lineages are combined one to came then. Lama Atisha, Lama Tsongkhapa, that's why it's all good. Like in the Vishal and Dalai Lama and the Sajjit Rinpoche, Yongzin Rinpoche, Pongkapa. Yeah, those are ones will come. Lam Rim keep in many tiny tensions. From the Lam Rim, let's say name of the Lam Rim sent from Atisha. Before, don't say Lam Rim, but those are lineages, these are elements, you know. All Buddha's teachings are Lam Rim. Buddha's teaching, commentary of the Buddha's teaching are Lam Rim, but don't say named of the, like this. You understand? Lam Rim. Lam Rim is before the Atisha. There's Lam Rim or not? There is a Lam Rim, but don't call Lam Rim. You understand? That's what I need to know. I never say there are no Lam Rim before Atisha. Oh, they're very bad. Name of the Lam Rim. There is Lam Rim, but don't say the Lam Rim. But from the Atishas, there's a Lam Rim. Says also Lam Rim named. Okay? Make a tiny chat read it. They said, what is it?
Teacher wrote The Lamp on the Path in Tibet.
No. Before that, which I said commentary already, so see again.
Pabonka Dorje Cheng Varjadara then told us a little
Okay, Pabonka Dorje Cheng means Vajradhara. Dorje means what is that? That's it. Vajradhara. Okay. That's metal is not really Dorje. Symbolize of Dorje, It's Dorje. Dorje is really compassion. Bodhicitta is like Dorje, symbolized. Then one bell, what do you call this? Understanding of shunyata, realizing of shunyata, wisdom. Dorje is compassion, loving, bodhicitta. The bell is the representing of the realization of impotence. Wisdom, and this Dorje is like a first method. You see, method, and then what is it? Yeah, method skip mean, yes, but bodhicitta and the great compassion bodhicitta. The dribble bell representing of the wisdom. You see, that's what I say. Then you need together like this. Vajradhara has, like this, together. See, that's one. That means method and also understanding of shunyata must be together. See, that's what I say. Then Lam Rim, Tanji Tenishon, then this Shinji Lam Rim, Lam Cho, then also Tanji Che, he just Yung De, Lam Rim Impes. Those Lam Rim and Lam Cho means Lam Rim, excellent path. Ten Rim means stage of the teachings. All those are the root. Taxi is the Lam Rim. Lam Rim is path of the lamp.
Lamp on the path.
Lamp of the path, yes. That's a author of that Atisha. See, that's what I'm saying. Lando Yimpes, they not Tunjin Zepapur. They not Tunjin Zepapur song is. Ye Dani Champion, Jante Zepapur Ni. What would you like to read then?
Atisha wrote The Lamp on the Path in Tibet. The term Lam Rim came later. The root text for the subject matter in all teachings, such as the Lam Rim, the Supreme Path, the graded teachings, and so on, is his masterpiece, The Lamp on the Path.
Yeah. Dani Champion they Zepapo, Jermoche made Lam Rim Chemo. So Lam Rim Chemo, Zepapo, including also Atisha. Atisha is Lam Rim Chemo Zepapo, same kind of. So that's one. Here Sumbaris. Would you like to read what's it?
Thus, Atisha becomes the virtual author of them all. Even great Je Tsongkhapa wrote, the author of this is really Atisha.
Yeah, because he made a great Lam Rims, but great Lam Rim is also authored also Atisha also. So that's what I'm saying. Therefore, in this case here, the history of the Atishas, very large, expensive, large explanation, large explanation need be. That's the great large explanation of that cannot do now here. But this but in short ways, the enough to understand of the Adhika's life. It means history. So he says, give me teaching here. So stop here tonight. Okay? So I think now read, your book, you have book. Or read like this, like a Western, study like this. Cannot do like this, So little bit read, then think about it. Meaning is, if you cannot read it properly, then meaning is look like a mixture. Try to make one get meaning, then next one. That's a very important thing. Otherwise, if you go through this way, then nothing left there. When you finish reading, nothing here. So that's why I think read a little bit, then think about, read a little bit. So that's all, okay? So now we do the dedication. I think tonight we don't have the ask questions. If you have asked questions, you can bring, okay? So really, it's closing. I want you to know the better than go through lots of moving quick ways. Moving quick way we can do. But then, if you don't understand, then moving quick way is difficult. It's like sometimes, people don't get the initiations. Go there, get initiation. What happened? Don't know what. That's kind of, I think. Sometimes they go to lectures, they don't understand. When came back, nothing. Just person be there, came back the same way. Like this. So, I think a very good day. So now and then dedication is like that, which we are studying, practicing Dharma together. By this merit, with this teaching, long time remained with the beings, and it's only Dalai Lama and any other masters who hold of the with this teaching. Those holy beings are to have the long life. The petitioners of like monks, nuns, and all lay people, whatever do practice, petitioners to have the accomplishment of practice without obstacle. And also in this country and in other country, there will not happen starvation and disease, and also like a fighting in the war will not be happen like this. Everything good fortunes are coming in this country and in the world or in the other worlds. Finally, we're thinking all sentient beings, everyone, to be free from delusions and illusions, and to become a being Buddha, by which we did action of Dhamma, we are together. Pone Kondo Pewer, Sho Tony Tawar Boche, Maje Bono Shejurje, Sheba Wanyamba Me Pawatan, Pone Kondo Pewer, Sho Kandre Rave, Kurve Chinkamater, Pentawa Dewa Mali Jungene, Shere Zanwa Tenzi Jatsu Ye. Shabe Sente Pado Danger, Jia Sa Ye Beje Shui, Meto Dram Ravan Ye Yedin, Sanji Jindo Mete Boy, Kinla Shiver, Sho Na Mandala Kani Andaya.
You interpret it. Just a little bit. Oh, Saturday? Yes. I can How are you? I'm fine. Good? Are you see me? Yes.